Okay, this video is meant to depict the equipment that was taken on a couple's trip to Ecuador for 2 weeks, backpacking, bus riding, and to show what worked for us and critique our own gear situation. Alright, first we'll talk about the backpack. This backpack is the backpack I borrowed from a friend. It's about a 3,500 cubic inch Kelty backpack. It worked really good. I carried little bits and pieces in the upper compartment here, and other than that, it really had no external pockets, which is good for avoiding theft, in my opinion. Had some carabiners to help clip on different things there and again that we needed to, drying clothes. Had one little bungee on the outside, and it did have one that's a helmet pack for climbing that I had shoes stashed in from time to time. It had some nice padded shoulder straps and a padded waist. It's nothing fancy, and again, it's a few years old, made of Cordura, and it worked actually great. I'd say it's about 75 liters or about 4,000 cubic inches, just guesstimating because I don't have the numbers on it. So that was the main backpack that I carried. Had a secondary pack, and this one worked especially good. This is just a small pack made by Eddie Bauer. It's got no internal support system, minimalized, really no padding in the shoulder straps, but it's used as a day pack and as a carry-on. Well, actually both bags were carry-ons for the whole trip, but this worked really good, and it's just all, there's no internal support, so it can be balled up to just about nothing. So I really like that pack for a secondary pack, and I think you need at least 2 bags. This is your day pack, going out and about during the day and carrying Nixon bags. So we'll go into clothing. I took 2 pairs of long pants, and they're both made out of nylon, no cotton. Tried to avoid cotton at all for the trip. I don't think I took anything that was cotton. Anyway, one was a pair of North Face pants, and one was a pair of, again, Eddie Bauer. Eddie Bauer is a really lightweight fabric, synthetic material, quick drying, and that was really nice. Didn't get too hot in the hot climates, and up in the mountains it was enough to keep my legs warm. Not a big deal. So 2 pairs of long pants. Took an old bathing suit and a pair of shorts as my 2 pairs of shorts. Yeah, I don't think you needed any more than that. That was good. I bought a tank top while I'm down there as because I only took really one short sleeve shirt, so I could have had another one, but again, I bought one. It's not a big deal. I had 2 long sleeve synthetic material shirts. That was good. 1 short sleeve synthetic material, and I had another long sleeve that I never wore. So 2 pairs of long pants, 1, 2, 3, 4 shirts, 3 long sleeves, 1 short sleeve. I probably should have took two shorts and 2 long sleeves. 2 long pants, 2 shorts, 4 shirts. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of underwear, and I really could have got away with 3. I'll go with your, you need wearing 1, drying 1 after it's washed, and 1 that's ready to go. I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of socks, and I could have gotten away with 3 because I wore my Tevas more than I wore the hiking boots, but I definitely enjoyed having the light hikers for support, art support and such. Took a pair of leather gloves. I always carry leather gloves with me. That's just a personal thing for me. It's some way to protect your hands, keep them warm if it gets that cold. It never did where we were, and I never used them, but I always have them. A hat, maintain again body warmth if you're in a chilly situation. This trip I didn't need it, didn't have to use it. Keep an old credit card for a throwaway and a couple bucks. This is a security thing that I have employed for a robbery situation, whereas I'll keep majority of my money on another part of my person in my front right pocket. I'll keep a throwaway cash, so between 50 and 100 bucks, and an expired credit card that if I get in a robbery situation, the plan will be to either give or toss this to the side and then either make an escape, or hopefully that'll be enough to end the situation. A whistle to draw attention. It doesn't do any good if it's buried in your pack. Again, I didn't have to use it, but it's something that whether you're hailing a cab or you're trying to draw attention if you get into a perilous situation on the side. A couple protein bars in case you get to a situation where you had no food, and again there's plenty of food where we were, so we never ended up using those. And a water purifier. It's a water straw, a purifying straw, life straw. Again, never had to use it. There was a bottle of water everywhere we were, but we didn't really get off the beaten path too much. We were mostly in cities and towns, so this would have been good to have. We were in the jungle for any length of time, I think. Shaving kit with all the things you expect to have in a shaving kit. Two things of dental floss to be used as string or sewing if necessary. 2 head nets for the mosquitoes, bugs. Never used it this trip, but they're small enough, and they're just the bag type that go over your head, no structure to them, just enough to keep the bugs actually off your face. And I carried hers, so a sleeping mask, blindfold. Didn't use it, but had it just in case. Sunscreen and bug dope. Used the sunscreen, didn't use the bug dope at all this trip, but again, it's one of those things that you need bug dope when you need it, and if you don't have it, you could be miserable. Pair of light hikers, just something from REI. They're a Loa Gore-Tex, just something to give support to my feet. I use these quite a bit, and I enjoyed having them. Tevas is what I wore more than anything down there. In any kind of moisture situation, it's good to have. You don't have to worry about anything drying or walking around in wet shoes for any length of time, because it's like having bare feet with some protection on the bottom. A belt with a plastic buckle, Cordura. I kept 2 heavy, like 3-ply garbage bags or heavy-duty garbage bags, and this is just for miscellaneous general purpose. Could be used as raincoats if necessary, keep your body warm, put things in. It doesn't take up that much space, and you never know when you might need it. It's my philosophy. Here I improvised a security cable cord for our bags with a locking carabiner. This is a 100-pound strength picture hanging wire that I knotted 2 loops in either end. The intent of this would have been if you were in somewhere where I was worried about our bags being snatched from us where we're sitting down eating, or at a bus station, I could wrap this cord through the bags and around a post or something, a bench or something, whereas no one could just come by and just grab the bags and take off without having to deal with the cable situation, and give us some extra time to address the threat Again, I never use this, and it's something I had. So, two sources of light. I've got a headlamp and a small pocket light, both LED. Never used the headlamp. My girlfriend used hers several times for reading at night. I use the pocket light a lot at night for miscellaneous getting stuff out of bags, etc. But rule of two, so that if one disappears or goes out, that you've got a second one. I started the trip with fresh batteries in both. A small compass, just in case. Never needed it. If you'll pan over here, this is the packing cube system we tried out, and it's good to keep organized. You can fit a lot of stuff in here. I was able to put, I think, all my underwear in this small tiny one, and then I think I did socks in the next big one because I brought wool socks, trying to stay away from cotton. I was able to actually put these two together, the small one inside the big one, and it's just a way to consolidate so you don't have things about. And because this is nylon, it's breathable, so minimize the chance of mildew. And I'll bring over two that are already packed to give you an idea. These aren't packed full, but these are what they look like when they're packed. And they slide together so you can compress the clothing down in a small space. This is a vacuum bag that we bought, and basically has a Ziploc on one side. Put the Ziploc in after your clothes are in there, and then you just kind of roll the air out of it. And these holes at the end, they're one-way valves, allow the air to be pushed out and not fill back up, so that you can compress all your clothes. So I put all the clothes that weren't in packing cubes inside here, my large things, and then I was able to roll it up really tight and allow it to take up a lot less room inside the backpack. Here's a pack towel. This is I forgot what it's made out of, but it's really absorbent, super. So 90% viscose. When you're looking for a pack towel, the viscose is the element that you want the towel to be made out of, because it's super absorbent and it dries very quickly when it's wrung out, and it holds like 10 times more water per its weight than a cotton towel. And again, it dries faster. It's got its own packing container here. I've got about 50 foot of paracord in here just for a general purpose. You never know. A paracord, extra shoelaces. It can be used to make a line to hang clothes, to hang your pack, get stuff off the ground. It's I don't know what the test is on paracord typically, but it holds a lot. Got some moleskin in here. Duct tape does the same thing. Basically, once you feel potential blisters forming, you attend to them immediately and prevent them from actually becoming blisters. And again, your feet aren't working, they're kind of shut you down pretty quick. So then finish up over here, I've got duct tape on a Sharpie marker and a pen for writing. I've got a key lock here for locking up your locker in a hostel, locking up the bags together around a post if necessary, just a general purpose lock. Here we go to electronics. I had my iPhone with me. This is a extra battery for charging the iPhone. You get at least 4 or 5 complete charges of an iPhone on this battery. This is made by Royal, and it really did good. So I keep this battery charged up, so it doesn't matter if my flight's 4 hours or 8 hours, I can have a working iPhone the whole time. Of course, the cable to connect your iPhone to the battery, and then the charging mechanism for the battery itself, and then the plug-in for the iPhone if you need to go directly to a wall socket. Here's the wall interface for the battery mechanism. Talked about security earlier as far as having the throwaway cash and the credit card, and I had this carried across my body. It's kept credit cards and the rest of my cash in it, and this was kept inside my pants, across my shoulders, down inside my pants, so that it wasn't visible. And of course, you don't ever access this to the public. You do this on the side, pull yourself out of the general public view so no one ever sees you getting your cash, or take it out beforehand. Take your cash out before you're going out shopping. You think you might need $100, take $100 out and put it in a separate pocket. And of course, the passport's on you. Keep that with you. Have the Go Light umbrella. It's a really super light, super small umbrella with a reflective material on the outside. This we used numerous times down there because the rain on and off, whether you're in the mountains or the coast, rains in the evening. We chose to go with this system instead of hats and rain jackets because of the ability to keep you warm. Keep you cool when you instead of sweating. If you put on a raincoat and it doesn't breathe, you're going to have issues with sweating, and you'll end up getting wet anyway, like you would if you were walking in the rain. So this allowed us to stay dry yet stay cool from sweating. This was able to pack just about the whole thing. Got into my backpack, but I was able to transport in the backpack the whole way, so it worked out perfect. I really like this idea. Again, this is the Go Light umbrella from Go Light. And last but not least, to stay warm, we've got this is a shell, a wind shell from Outdoor Research. It's just a very thin, almost paper-like material. It's windproof, but it's not rainproof. If it got wet enough, it'd start to soak through, but it's not meant to protect from the rain. It's just meant to block you from the wind. And then if you had additional chill, like we did at times up in the Andes Mountains, here we have an insulating factor. It's a little down vest, and it's super light. So it's recycled nylon is actually the lining. It wasn't down per se. Nylon shell, and it's a vest, so it's just enough to keep your core temperature up when it starts getting chilled. And you use these two systems together, and you have your wind block, the body heat. So now you have a layering system along with the shirt you're wearing, 3 layers, and it's more than you need for any kind of movement. And again, it didn't take up any room at all because it's so light. It just compacts right down. You can almost put it in your pocket. Both of these do the same thing. So I think that gives the basic rundown of what we brought for our trip to Ecuador. 2 weeks, backpacking, buses, public transportation system, and everything worked out. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave them on the video. Thank you.